Hey folks, it's Tom, your Frugal Prepper. I'm hanging out here in my office getting some paperwork done and doing a little bit of side computer work type stuff. And I want to tell you a little bit about Advance Auto Parts, like dirty little secret on lifetime warranties, and how I work around that. Okay, so here's a couple receipts to show as an example. What happens is these fade out, and what happens is Advance Auto Parts will only keep the transactions in their computer for 2 years. So where they put it in under your name, they're like, oh yeah, it's in the computer, if you ever need to warranty it, don't worry about it. They give you 2 years. Maybe some other advances keep them longer or shorter, but everyone around here is 2 years. So if this receipt fades out like this one has, you're not ever going to be able to get that warranted after 2 years. No one's going to know that you bought it. This one luckily still has the date, the order number, and the part on there, so that's enough to get something exchanged. So that one would still be good enough, but not much longer. Here's a newer receipt, and you can see it's nice and bright. But these fade over time, especially if you stick them in a garage drawer in the garage. They start to fade out in the heat. I've heard some people will put these in the freezer or something to keep them from fading. So what I do is I just have a scanner over here. This is just an old Epson scanner. I just scan these in. It's actually a printer too, but it ran out of ink like 7 years ago, and the ink's too expensive, so I only use this for scanning. And then, you know, I've got my little HP inkjet over there that I can get some cheap aftermarket cartridges for. And then I just have a scan utility to scan these in the computer, and I actually save these on my Linux server over here. So let's see here, garage, side work, and then I can go to parts, and you know, I can pull these up, and now they're digitally preserved forever. So in my case, I take all my, you know, important data all gets saved to my server that lives down here under the table. This is my little Linux server. I got a few 3 terabyte drives in there and a RAID 5, so it gives me 6 terabytes of storage. And then that actually backs up to Backblaze's B2 cloud storage. So I always have a copy of it up on the cloud as well. And they charge a half penny per gigabyte. And I just sync the important files up there. So, you know, it costs me like, you know, a couple dollars a year to keep all that stuff synced and backed up onto the cloud. You know, other options for you would be just take a picture of it with your phone. A lot of phones have a good enough camera now that you could just take a picture, save it to your Google Cloud Photos or your Apple iCloud, whatever cloud storage you use on your phone, and keep those up there. Another great option is the Dropbox application. You can sign up for like a free 2 gig Dropbox account, and they have a app within Dropbox that makes your camera act as a scanner, and it'll actually take a picture of this, it'll crop it automatically and everything, and then it'll scan it right into a PDF for you and save it right out on the cloud, so you always have it. And the additional advantage on something like that is that you can pull it up on your phone when you need it. You don't necessarily have to come back to your computer. But that's just something to think, you know, especially if you keep your cars for a very long time. You know, you know, my truck's an '02. I bought it new, and you know, I still have it here in 2018. So if I had done this with my brake caliper receipts, I wouldn't have had to actually rebuild a brake caliper, but I would have just been able to take it back and warranty it. So it's just one of the things I do. It's also handy to keep you from losing stuff. You know, a lot of times we do these you know, extended warranty plans and stuff. If you have those, scan those receipts, then you have them when you need them, because most of the time those won't do you any good if you don't have the receipt. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. This is Tom, your Frugal Prepper.